Taurus, welcome to your September Tarot monthly reading with me. This is Brooke, and welcome back to Nightbird Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me, and welcome new subscribers. Anyone new to my channel, please make sure to subscribe to get automatic updates of any future videos that I do upload. So thank you for joining me. This is a general reading for the sign of Taurus. Please watch for your sun, your moon, your rising sign in this video. If you'd like to book a private session with me, check out my website in the link below. You're also welcome to email me at nightbirdtarot@gmail.com. I'm going to be doing a 5-card reading for your monthlies. I have pre-shuffled, I have not peeked. And let's get started, Taurus. And why do I pre-shuffle off camera? Because it saves time. And sometimes I get lost in the zone of shuffling, so I might be shuffling for like 10-15 minutes. Sometimes I receive messages while I shuffle as well. So interesting. We have 2 pages in the reading right next to one another. So you have 3 court cards. Let's check out the bottom of the deck. I don't read the cards reversed. We have the Tower. Okay, so Taurus, for the month of September, there's going to be an ultimate breakdown of some kind that may be inevitable, that's going to bring about spiritual cleansing when I see the Tower card. The Tower card is essentially one where there's a collapse of some sort of structure emotionally. This could be a collapse of something in your surroundings. There's a breakdown of change that is inevitable, that sweeps away the old and will make way for the new. I always attune this card as a spiritual clearing, okay? It has a purpose to its message. So Major Arcana, the Tower. In the theme for Taurus, we see the King of Rods. This could be a potential fire sign male. I'm not going to read the court cards as male and female. I know this is a general reading. Many readers do that. I'm sticking to the male archetype because this also could be applicable for female Taurus as well in terms of his characteristics. The King of Rods, in this deck I'm using the Aquarian Tarot. This is the King of Rods is essential to the King of Wands. Fire sign energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. This king in particular can be very dynamic in terms of being very charismatic, entrepreneurial, creative, expressive, a great talker, persuasive energy. This could be husband, father, boyfriend, uncle, brother, boss. This also could be attributes or characteristics for Taurus yourselves. This could be an actual person that has a role in September's events for Taurus with the King of Rods. So he's very much starring in the show, okay, because he's in the theme. The King of Rods can also be, from my experience, in terms when it comes to relations or relationships or relating to other people, he can have manipulative tendencies on the negative side. He can also have a narcissistic personality, or if you're dealing with those kinds of traits, okay? Coming out of the most recent past, we have the 9 of Rods or the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Rods is very about defense, being defensive, standing your ground, also protecting yourself. This also could be protection physically. This could have something very much tied into this king. But defense, being defensive, standing up for yourself. So Taurus, there's an element in your life situation or life area, however given to your life situation, or however that relates, where there may be potentials for having to overcome a difficulty in September, or you're coming out of it where you're now very defensive. And this could be with this actual person. And this also could be one where there's been an ultimate breakdown of change, or change is coming for many of those that are watching. The present energies, we see Major Arcana card, the Devil. Okay, the Devil's very much a card of associations with addiction. This could be associations with low vibrational energies, going back to the narcissistic personality, narcissism, narcissistic relationships, being chained and bound to something that you're addicted to, whether it's a relationship or a substance. This could be even along the lines of abuse in certain situations. This also could be very much tied into depression for many. So we're dealing with an energy or an element of Taurus dealing with an unhealthy dynamic. This is an unhealthy dynamic or an unhealthy attachment for many as well. This could be within family members, this could be within your relationships, this could even be other people that you know in your life perhaps that are going through something. This could even be dealing or struggling with addiction yourself, or dealing with unhealthy situations or attachments. The challenge, and we do have 2 pages, so very much about situations this month and messaging. The challenge is the Page of Rods, which is the Page of Wands. There has been or will be for many that are watching potentials for receiving word, for receiving a message, for receiving a document, a phone call, where you may be thrown off a little bit, okay? So if there's been a dealing with someone who has not treated you fairly or is treating you bad, the challenge may be in the now, and you can watch narcissism or narcissistic videos on YouTube. There's plenty of them, just to educate yourself if you're not sure what that is. There may be a message coming from that person in September where you're thrown off balance, where you've really had to become super duper aware of yourself and your surroundings in the situation of having to really much defend yourself, and then you're thrown off perhaps by this message from this particular person. Okay? The messages for Taurus is to stand your ground. And if there's love bombing going on, which is a common term in narcissistic relationships, if the love bombing starts and they're trying to reel you back in, you need to realize, are you willing to sacrifice yourself and your wants and your needs to go into that again, to go back into that underworld negative type of situation or relationship. And this doesn't even have to be romantically. This can be in toxic environments like the workplace even. The potential outcome, we have the Page of Cups, very much about love and emotion. A lot of emotion involved here for Taurus. A lot of mixed emotions, a lot of feelings of wanting to help someone or to help the situation. Here we have the Three of Wands, very much about wanting to create a future, wanting to create more stability and looking towards the future and starting to see results of potentials for forming or starting something new for yourselves in the month of September. Coupled with the Empress, Major Arcana, very much about motherhood, marriage, fertility, very much about creativity in your environment, abundance. So there could be mother figures that may be coming in the picture. This could be mothers yourselves, but wanting to create a safe haven, wanting to create a safe environment. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles. Many of you may be working very hard to get yourself back on track financially as well. So I really think for Taurus, there's a dynamic or an element of dealing with an actual person who is very much an unhealthy attachment or a negative influence. Don't get thrown off if you receive any message this month. And to really be aware of your sensitivity to this situation, because there's a lot of emotion and there's a lot of sacrifice that you've already given of yourselves, Taurus, to the situation. And there's a lot at stake. You can be compassionate, but you cannot be a doormat. Okay, that's the message for Taurus. So good luck to you, Taurus. Keep me posted. Check out my social media links in the link below if you'd like to book a private reading with me. Check out my website. I'm sending everyone much love, peace, and blessings for September. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.